Okay, so we had everybody here. We were able to invite, like we invited our pastor, Steve and Kathy. My parents flew in for it from Idaho. You know, we were able to invite everyone in on this conversation, and what it was just kind of like recognizing we're all on the same page here. Like it is getting close to the end. So what are our ultimate goals? How do we want to, you know, we have to do a whole DNR thing and all that kind of stuff. So, but I mean, we ended the meeting like, you know, Titus is laying on the ground and, you know, comfortably, and we're all standing around him. We put our arms all around each other and just prayed, and it was just kind of surreal for me. I thought, like, what a blessing to have all these people traveling this with me. I'm not alone having to hold my baby wondering what in the world am I supposed to do next, you know. So we all got on the same page, and they headed out, and our nurse started to stop by just a little bit more often to make sure, check in on him. They were able to get us the right medication that we really needed to keep him comfortable. And the social worker came in, and it was so many hard conversations, but you know, she had these really hard conversations with us, like, this is what happens when he'll pass, this is what happens with his body, this is who we need to call. You know, she was the one that made the phone calls to like find out how much different places were for, you know, after he passed, like to come pick him up. And they asked, you know, where do you want to be when he goes? We wanted to be here in our home, you know, we didn't want to be in the hospital. And they made that all that happen. So they were just, from the get-go, you know, from diagnosis all the way through, just incredibly supportive. If I ever had a question, I just called. If I was ever concerned, and there were plenty of 3 a.m. phone calls where I was terrified and didn't know what to do for him, and I would call and somebody would be at our house within an hour. You know, they cover a huge ground, so they'd have to give drive time, but within an hour they'd be at our house checking on him. They would be calling in antibiotics or whatever and have him delivered, and we could get him, you know, feeling better within no time. After Titus passed, they were incredible after that too. The care didn't stop. They made us our little memory bears with Titus's clothes, so they made one for each of us. They helped us make a family tree with our handprints, which we don't have hung up yet, but we need to get it up. So right before Titus passed, we were able to get his hands on the canvas and like have a memory tree with our handprints. They have like a grief care program to follow up with parents after, and so they'd call us like once a month for the first year, and then we get newsletters and things that are just like handy little grief guides. Yeah, whatever. You know, that's kind of a weird. Grief guide is kind of weird because grief is like all over, but they've just, yeah, every single time I talk to a newly diagnosed family, I just tell them, if you are offered this or ask, say yes. You know, it's not giving up. It is actually just going to be a really amazing resource in your pocket to be able to give your child the best life possible, and that's what palliative care has been for us. Do you have any clarifying questions?
I think the only other thing is just like what would you want other people to know, like people who are not in this rare disease community, what would you want them to know and understand about palliative care? Is there anything, kind of like how I said, like most people think, oh, you're getting palliative care, that must mean that your child's going to die tomorrow.
Right.
Like,
got it.
You've given up, or...
Yeah, I think it's important to know, like, palliative care can be long-term. Hospice is more like right at the end of life stage. And so for palliative care, it's important to recognize that that family is still seeking treatment. They're still actively trying to help their child get better, you know, or their mom or dad or, you know, whoever is in it. Yeah, it's definitely just it's a treatment team, basically, in my mind, where everyone's going to be on the same page and working together. We're going to be seeking this treatment, you know, with this doctor, and these guys are totally on board, and they're just here to assist and help in whatever way they can. And just the emotional side of it too, the social worker and the chaplain coming in to support a family who, the needs of a child like that are 24/7, and it's exhausting. And sometimes you need somebody to look you in the eye and be like, hey, it's okay to go take a nap and let somebody else do this for a while. Like, I had the nurse would come over and she's like, Becca, how long has it been since you've slept? And I'm like, I truly don't even know. She's like, go right now and go take a nap. I'm gonna sit here and hang out with Titus. But you're a mom, and you just want to be everything you have to be for your child. And those guys, the palliative team sees it every day. They know these families, and they come in, and it's like they know kind of what I'm dealing with, the guilt I have, or just this like need to feel like I've got to be everything, and they give me permission to take a break and take care of myself so I can take care of him. So it is such an all-inclusive team. And yeah, it's important for other people to know that those parents aren't giving up. They're actually fighting stronger for their child by choosing palliative care.